What do you plan to do about Bonnie and Clyde?
We will capture them. Write that down and underline it twice.
Netflix, you're getting better at this. I actually had a good time watching the new movie that you guys have just put out there called The Highwaymen. It stars Kevin Costner and Woody Harrelson. It's directed by John Lee Hancock, who did a great job with The Founder with Michael Keaton not too long ago. You should check that movie out if you've never seen it. But The Highwaymen is a cool story. It's about a couple of Texas Rangers who have done some heinous things in their past, all in the name of their job. They're brought back out of retirement to go and hunt down and kill Bonnie and Clyde.
This has gone far enough. I'm gonna take them down.
What a fine idea.
Way before the age of social media and things like Kanye West and stuff, these guys were the rock stars of the day, Bonnie and Clyde. And everybody loves them in all the towns because they were stealing from banks and sharing some of the wealth with some of the poor people that they would meet in different towns. But they were also killing a lot of innocent people. And a governor played by Kathy Bates says, okay, we've had enough. Take these two out no matter what it takes. And you got to kill them. You got to put them down because they are just going on this senseless trip of violence. So, of course, what we get is crotchety old Kevin Costner and crotchety old Woody Harrelson moving like super slow, but they still got it with the gunslinging, and we see them doing some practicing a little bit. They're basically sleuthing. They have to go on a road trip across all of these different states to try to track down Bonnie and Clyde, and they're running into, family members and friends, and of course they are besieged by the groupies that Bonnie and Clyde have in each of these different towns, and they're just gobsmacked by it because it's crazy. And we don't really get to see the Bonnie and Clyde side of the story. I guess if you want that, you check out the Warren Beatty, Faye Dunaway movie. This is more about these Texas Rangers and what was in their thinking and the sheer drive and determination, even against some of the law enforcement officials that didn't like the fact that these Texas Rangers were kind of operating on their own. And it's based on some historical fact. I'm sure there's been a lot of liberties taken with getting this dramatized, but it's a solid piece of filmmaking. I was not aware that the Texas Rangers had been decommissioned and then brought back in, and this was their first big job to complete, to show their value and show their worth, and then it turned out that they were recommissioned, and so we had more Texas Rangers after this.
I'm a Texas Ranger, you little shit.
It was just an interesting tale, and it was very well performed. I thought Kevin Costner was terrific in this. It's not a glamorous role. He looks like he's been beaten down by life a little bit. The way that they set him up is that he's found a good wife and a good life with Kim Dickinson, but he just looks like he is fully retired in all senses of the word at the beginning of this film. So it's cool to see him sort of dust himself off and get back into it. And Woody Harrelson looks like he has been beaten down by poverty and alcoholism a little bit, and he's struggling with some inner demons. His eyes are bloodshot through the entire movie. But there is a camaraderie and a trust that you can see performed by these two incredible actors.
Ah, Judas Priest, get in.
And Kevin Costner has always been a terrific actor at not really revealing too much. He's a natural actor. He doesn't play to the screen, but he's a handsome dude, and the camera just loves the guy, but he doesn't really ham it up, at least not now. Maybe when he was a younger man, he'd kind of played to the camera, played to his good looks a little bit more. But this time, it's just all, he's very dead set on his job. He's very much just thinking of get from point A to point B with as little interference as possible, and he's got a job to do. And all of that is exemplified in his performance, which I thought was really solid. John Carroll Lynch is in this movie, and that guy is always believable. He is the embodiment of naturalism and just fine work, and whatever you throw this character actor into.
This has to end.
Very interesting filmmaking. I love the period setting as well. It looks incredible. All of the different locations that they found to shoot in look like they're just frozen in a time period, which was great, and lots of interesting faces and outfits and costumes and stuff that we just don't see. It was cool. We also saw a lot of the remnants and the devastation of the Great Depression as we're careening through these different towns and stuff as well. Lots of smudged faces and people looking super downtrodden. Some powerful imagery, some great work, and a very interesting subject. I like The Highwaymen quite a bit. I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10.